Do you want to work in the music industry but have no idea how to do it? Maybe you feel like you've been throwing spaghetti at the wall over and over again and nothing is sticking. Instead, you could actually be aiming and playing darts. Trust me, I have been there, I have been lost, but I have finally figured out how to do it. And if you give me to the end of this video, I will give you my strategy on how I built a successful music business that has helped me make over $200K for the past 3 years. And yes, I'm gonna give this to you all for free, honestly, for free. All you have to do is answer these 5 questions. Question number 1, what do you wanna do? Be as specific as possible. You're gonna have to take time soul searching this because, believe it or not, this is harder than we all think it is. To truly know what is it that we want to do. And remember, you have to want what you want to do so bad that you're willing to make all of the sacrifices it takes to get to where you want to go. Let's take a non-musical example. Let's say you want a 6-pack. That means you have to want a 6-pack so much that you're willing to go to the gym every day, that you're willing to eat clean for a year, that you're willing to eat 100 whatever grams of protein and no sugar, no drinking, etc., 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 etc. If you want it bad enough, you will make the sacrifices it takes to get there, or you will sacrifice what you want. Spend time really thinking about it. If you want to be an artist, are you willing to do all the things it takes to be an artist? Because if you're not willing to do that, maybe you don't actually want to be an artist. For example, I used to think that I wanted to be a singer, but then I realized I don't like traveling to gigs, and I don't like wearing makeup, and I don't like dressing up. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to work from home. And that's how I came up with what I want to do. The second fold of this is really hard for musicians. Many musicians want to do so many things at once, right? They want to be an artist, and they want to make and sell saxophones, and they want to mix and master, and they want to produce. I don't know. They want to do so many things at once. And this is quite frankly the best way to fail at all of them. Being in the music industry is tough. There's no secret about it. You're going to have to give 110%. You're going to have to overcome obstacle over and over again. So what I recommend is think of your goals as steps, okay? Step 1, I want to build a successful mixing and mastering business. Once I get there, step 2, I'm going to focus on my artist business, or vice versa. Maybe your step 1 is I want to have 100,000 listeners on Spotify and I want to go on a successful tour. And then after that, I'm going to build a guitar school, whatever, right? So you make steps. Also, when you think about what you want to do, be as specific as possible. For example, my goal after doing all the soul searching, figuring it out what truly how I want to feel on a day-to-day basis, I realized that I want to work with music tech companies, specifically Apple. Bam! Very clear, to the point, exactly what I want to do. This incorporates a little bit of manifesting as well. We have to work towards our goals, but we also have to attract and manifest what is it that we actually want. So if you know what you want, it'll be a lot easier to build a roadmap to get there. And that's why you're going to have to spend a lot of time, a lot of soul searching, really figuring it out what it is that you want to do. After that, step 2, what is your mission statement? Do not skip this step. This is your why you are doing what you are doing and how you are going to keep going when things get tough. Sometimes your mission statement is what you wish you knew 5, 10, 15 years ago. My mission statement is to make music production and entrepreneurship more accessible to more people. Because when I graduated from Berklee in 2012, I had no idea that I can produce music. And if I had known that, that would have radically changed my life. And I also had no idea how to get fans or clients. Even though I went to Berklee, I was still flabbergasted, a deer in headlights, with how I was going to make money with my degree. They somehow didn't teach me that part. That is why I've made this video to you guys for free, because I'm very passionate about making music production and entrepreneurship more accessible to more people, because I want you to live an extraordinary life, making money, doing what you love. Okay, 3. Who are the people that support that goal? This is your target audience. Who are they? What kind of music do they listen to? Where do they shop? What concerts do they go to? What social media platforms are they on? What kind of content do they like to see? Immerse yourself in this community. Figure out, what are they afraid of? What brings them joy? What makes them laugh? What problems do they have? The more you know your audience, the more you can serve them. And then if you can serve them, they will serve you. Get to know your target audience very, very well. So for me, with my example, what I want to do, I want to work with music tech companies, specifically Apple. My mission statement is to make music production and entrepreneurship more accessible to more people. Who are the people that support that goal? Well, the obvious ones are Apple, Apple PR, Apple employees, but then also people who buy Apple products. Logic Pro users, singer-songwriters that want to learn how to produce. And Logic Pro is a very user-friendly DAW. Producers that are trying to get better at Logic Pro without having to read the 6,000-page guide that I can read. And then you go on and on and on, right? What are their problems? Their problems are they don't want to read the 6,000-page Logic Pro manual. Maybe the singer-songwriters feel like they can't produce music. They feel like how I felt it was, which I thought it was rocket science. So I'm going to tell them, no, it's not rocket science. All you got to do is this, right? I'm going to make it very approachable. Where do they shop? Where do they hang out? Well, they like music tech products. So maybe I'll make some content about music tech products. Maybe they like different music production websites, so I can make content about that. What kind of content do they like to see? They like to see educational content. They like to see funny production memes. You see where I'm getting at? I'm getting to know my audience really, really well. My ideal audience that supports my goal. I don't care about any other audience. I don't care about the people that like politics. I don't care about the people that like fashion. Maybe these people do, but that's not who I'm reaching, right? Get to know your target audience very, very well. Now we're getting closer to playing darts, right? Now we're starting to have a roadmap. Question number 4. How are you going to reach them? This is marketing. Marketing for me was so confusing. I didn't really know what it was until I did it. And the way I like to think about marketing is, this is how your ideal fan or client finds you. They want to discover you. These people are desperately looking for their next favorite artist, their next producer, their next mixing and mastering engineer, their next, a guitar teacher, their next saxophone teacher, whatever it is in the music industry, their next lighting designer. They're looking for you. They need you. They want you. Let them find you. There are many ways that you can do marketing. Many, many, many ways. I'm going to talk about a couple of the big ones. Number 1, outreach or cold calling. This works, right? This is kind of like spamming. It works when it's done correctly, but you must expect a lot of rejection. It's essentially a numbers game. The better you do it, the better your percentages will be. If you are the best outreacher in the world, right? You're the best cold caller, you're the best DMer, you're the best blind emails, whatever you want to call it. If you reach out to 1,000 people, you might get 10 sales. You might get 20 sales. You might get 30 sales. 30 sales could be a lot. That could be the make or break of you making $100,000 a year, depending on what you're doing and what you're charging. It works, but you got to be prepared for all the rejection. If you want to do it right, I highly recommend you lead with value. Let's take 2 situations. One situation is, I got a beat for you. Okay. If you DM'd somebody, I got a beat for you, why would they respond to you? Are you a fan of them? Have you even listened to their music? People reach out to me with that kind of stuff, and I'm like, I don't even need a beat, number 1. Number 2, have you listened to my songs? Like, what? Think about what works on you. Let's take another example. This person that wants to make a beat for, let's say, a rapper, right? They like all the rappers' posts. They go to the rappers' live streams. They comment on, they're an active participant in their community. Then they send them a message when they release a song. Hey, congrats on your new release to your song. I really, really, really love it, especially this one part. They respond back. Oh, thank you so much. Then you say something like, how has the release been going? Are you happy with it? You start building a relationship and they're like, yeah, I'm really happy with this one. And then you go, okay, what are you releasing next? Do you have anything you're working on now? Yeah, I am. Okay, so now you've kind of finally earned their trust and you've earned their attention. So now at that stage, you start figuring out what problems do they have that you can solve? This is where you lead with value, right? So you're able to build that rapport. Now they start saying, oh yeah, I haven't figured out what I'm going to do yet. I really like my producer right now, but he keeps making a lot of the same type of beats, and I really want to find a new producer that makes kind of unique beats, like blank style type beats. Great. Now you know the problem. Now you can offer the solution. Oh, really? I mean, I really love your producer. He does a great job, but actually I make those type of beats that you want. Can I send you a few and see if you like them? Now you've worked your way in. You see how much time and effort and canoodling it takes to get there? But that works way more than just, I got a beat for you. The second way you can market yourself is to network in person. Relationships are king. People want to work with their friends. So make friends, right? If someone reaches out to me and they're like, hey, Sides, do you know a photographer? The first person I'm going to text is my friends, right? Before I make a post on Instagram, are there any photographers? Also, for me, many times I would rather work with somebody that is fun, cool, chill, somebody I like, than even whoever's the best, right? Because I want to work with my friends. I want to work with someone. I want to help my friend. So how are you going to make friends? Maybe you invest in going to the trade shows. That's what I do because I want to work with music tech companies. I always go to these trade shows. I paid my way to go to AES. I pay my way to go to NAMM. Or maybe if you're looking for rappers to produce for, you go to rap festivals. You go to rap battles. I don't know. If you're looking for clients to mix and master, maybe you go to different shows. Maybe you go to songwriting circles. I don't know. You go to where your target audience is and you make friends. You can also make friends with other people that are doing what you want to do. For example, let's say you want to get into sync, you can make friends with a successful sync producer and just offer your services, even for free. Just be like, hey, I'd love to edit your tracks for you or organize your files for you and just build a relationship with them. So potentially, if they get work that they can't do because they're too busy, they'll pass it on to you. Because remember, people want to help their friends. Okay, the third way that you can market yourself is with ads. Now, I strongly believe that you only use ads if you're selling products. And I still caution you to do this for many reasons. But first, let me talk about why you shouldn't use ads to promote your account, your social media accounts, or just to promote anything other than a product. One, fans need to be earned. They can't be bought. So take the time to earn them. Two, if you know how to make a great ad and you know how to make a great hook and a great call to action or have a great product that will solve a bunch of problems, then when you're spending $1, you should be making $4 back. However, you don't need to pay for ads to sell products. I have sold thousands of products and I have not paid for one ad. Now, that is likely to change in the future. I am thinking of trying out ads very, very soon, but just know you don't have to spend money on ads to sell products. And the last way we're going to talk about with marketing is my favorite way, social media. I love social media so much because you only have to invest your time. If you have a phone and the internet access, you have everything you need to get started. When you do social media, you attract your target client or fan instead of chase. You are essentially fishing. If you put out the right bait to the right fish, they're going to come to you. If you want to work with Lizzo, you can make content posting a beat every single day until I get Lizzo's attention. This is what I would do if I produced Lizzo's song. My dream is to produce for Lizzo. This is what I would make her. You turn your social media account into a digital portfolio of what you want to do. You create content on a consistent basis for your target audience. You do it so well that either Lizzo herself will see you or a friend of Lizzo will see it and send it to Lizzo, or another artist like Lizzo will see it and hire you. You see how it works? Social media is amazing because everybody is already there. Everybody's on social media. Another example, let's say you go to a sync meetup because you want to become a sync composer. You go to the meetup and you meet a music supervisor. You don't give them your business card because business cards end up in the trash, but you give them your Instagram handle. and they follow you, and you post great content every day. This is what it would sound like if I did a Target commercial. This is what it would sound like if my music was in Love Island. So every single day you're posting, this music supervisor is following you. Now this music supervisor gets a job, right? And they need to find a musician for a Target commercial by the end of the day. But they also have to go to the doctor's office to get their teeth cleaned. So while they're waiting for their appointment, they scroll on Instagram and your video pops up. This is what it would sound like if I made a Target commercial. And they go, oh my God, this is amazing. I don't have to go through and listen to the 1,000 composers on disco. I can just go to this person's bio, go to their email, which your email should be in your bio, and I'm going to send them an email. Hey, it was so great to meet you a couple months ago at the Sync event. I actually have a project that could be perfect for you. Can you get me this song by the end of the day? And bam, you got a job. I really believe that you should invest your time in social media. It has changed my life so much. I do have a social media course. If you want to check it out, I will put the link in the caption and I will give you a little discount. And I just want to say that with my goal, right, which was to work with Apple, I figured out all these steps. What I want to do, I want to work with Apple to what my mission statement is to make music production and entrepreneurship more accessible to more people. Who are the people I want to reach? I listed that. And then I created the content. Here's a cool Logic Pro tip. Like and follow for more tips like this. And I posted it every single day, 3 to 5 times a day on TikTok for a couple of months. And guess what? Apple was the first company to reach out to me. And just last month at an Apple event in LA, my PR contact told me, I discovered you on TikTok. I wasn't going to be able to knock on Apple's door. I had to get them to come to me, and I used social media to do that. Now, the last question that you got to ask yourself to build this strategy where you are no longer throwing spaghetti at the wall, but you are now playing darts. You have a target and you are just shooting until you land on the bullseye. Number 5, how are they going to support you? So this is the sales portion, right? This is the money. You can have all of the fans and all of the clients in the world, but if you don't have any way for them to support you or any products or services that they want or need, you just are famous. And I don't want to be famous. I want to be a successful business owner. I want to have a rich life, which includes money and love and happiness and music, but also money. What products or services do your fans or clients want or need? For some of you, this is going to be very straightforward. I want 4 to 5 clients to mix and master a month. Okay, so you need to get 4 or 5 clients to hire you to do that. Or I want to perform X amount of weddings a month. Okay, well, you need to find 4 or 5 grooms to hire you for the weddings. But you can also think creatively. For example, my goal was to work with music tech companies. Most of the music tech companies hired me for video content and sample packs. But then I also started pitching live streams and sponsored classes. And that resulted in me making an extra $50K a year. And these clients didn't even think of it. And it's been so beneficial to them. It's been beneficial to me. So you can get creative with services you can offer. For example, mixing and mastering, obviously you can offer that service to mix and master tracks, but maybe you get creative where you can do like virtually engineer for them, right? You can offer a service where you use something like Muse or even Zoom or Session Wire, one of those, where you help them set up their studio in their home and you engineer it virtually. You can just get creative. Maybe as an artist, you can offer custom songs for people at their homes. I don't know. Get creative. Now let's talk about products. Fans want to support you. And I learned this in 2021 when my financial situation changed and I needed to make as much money as I could as soon as possible. I decided to create a MIDI chord pack. I created 50 chord progressions. They were block chords, 4 chords each, and I sold the pack for $5 each. And I was so shocked. Hundreds of people bought my MIDI chord pack. And then I went to some of these people that bought my MIDI chord pack, and they were very good piano players. So I reached out to them and I'm like, why did you buy this? And they go, I don't actually need it. I just wanted to support you. The best situation is you give something that your fans also want to need. So for me, I had been posting all these quick Logic Pro tips for years, and my fans literally told me, Besides, can you put all of your tips in a book? Can you make a crash course? I've been so hesitant to make a Logic Pro course because I don't want to do what everyone else is doing, right? And there were so many Logic Pro courses that were like 8, 9, 10, 12 hours long. But on the internet, when I looked around, there were no crash courses, right? Where you could put all of your tips in a book. There was no courses that you can like click on the book, go back to the table of content, and then click on the chapter. Like I was like, okay, recording audio tricks, click on the chapter. Now I can click on the title, and then I open it, I log into my account, and bam, there's the lesson. And then I can just go through and have it on a video for them to watch. And it's just a quick video. The whole book is just 45 minutes. And this is good for a beginner producer or a Grammy Award-winning producer. And I just got creative with it. I also give free updates, which I am working on right now for 11.1. Don't just do what everyone else is doing. Get creative. Don't copy people. So many people copy me and it's irritating, but it's more irritating for them because the only person you have to compete with is yourself. You focus on yourself while all the other people focus on copying you. Offer something unique. For example, let's say you're a cool out jazz artist. You can create a digital download of recipes that go with your songs. And you can talk about the science between sound and taste. If you are an indie artist, you can get your fans to sign up for a monthly one-of-a-kind letter that includes a one-of-a-kind Polaroid of you. Get creative. So to recap, the 5 questions you need to answer to build your strategy so you now have a structure, a plan is 1, what do you want to do? 2, what is your mission statement? 3, who are the people that support your goal? 4, how are you going to reach them? 5, how are they going to support you? I made a free workbook that you can check out in the caption where you could fill out these questions. Please, please, please subscribe to my channel. I've been working so hard on this channel and it's hard. Share this video with a friend. I hope this has helped you. I want to see all of you out there with 6-figure music businesses living your best life. I don't want to hear anyone complain about how hard it is. It's hard for us all, but you can do it. I believe in you. Let's go. See you next time.